Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aiden. I'm so happy that you're here. Today I have my Bath & Body Works haul from the Disney Princess. I also have the bundle, the minis, the hand sanitizer. There's a few other little things that I've picked up here and there when there's been some decent sales, so I will throw those on at the end. But this is mostly my Disney haul. There will be a part 2 to this at some point. I did put in an order for the member early access, so that's coming. And yeah, if you want to see what I got, just keep watching. Before I show you everything though, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let me know what you picked up as well and what you think of what I got. I think I did pretty good. I had a very strict budget for this, and I also had been saving all of my rewards, so I was prepared for it. A little background before I show you everything. I did not put in an online order for the second day because I didn't trust BOPIS and I wanted to make sure I got things. So I actually set my alarm to get up to be at the store. When it opened, there was maybe a dozen people there, and I was maybe 8 in line or so. And I was in and out within 20 minutes. So that was really good. I was happy about that. And then I went and took another nap because lots of things have been going on, and I'm a night owl. So I had probably fallen asleep about 3 or so. So I needed a little bit more sleep with everything that is going on. But yeah, there wasn't too many people there. Everything was still in stock other than the castle candle holder when I left, because the first 2 people in line bought that. There was this old lady on the phone and she was talking to somebody, and then she just kept bringing candle holder after candle holder. I just want to be like, hey, the only one you don't have is Mulan. Why don't you go get that one next? But yeah, she was definitely shopping for somebody else. So here we have my first bag. This is the order that I paid for. My mom had a 20% off and a free mini body care item, so I used her coupons. The mini body spray that I got is Rapunzel. We'll talk about notes on this one in a little bit because they don't tell you anything. It just says creative, spirited, positive. She is my favorite princess because I am definitely, well, she's one of my favorite princesses. She's my favorite from this release, and because I have the long hair, and yeah, I love Rapunzel. So this guy was free. The big thing I was going for were the pocket back holders and the wallflower plugs. So for Mulan, I did get the pocket back holder. It is a plastic, and I don't know, I've heard so many people talk about how these aren't very sturdy, so I'm glad not planning to actually use it. And then look at, there's Mushu on there. And so I got that, very happy about that. And I loved the wallflower with the fans and the sword. It's just such a beautiful dichotomy of Mulan, and yes, love that. These might be my favorite though. I'm not even a big Snow White fan, but this is so darling. I wish I had gotten 2 in case something happens to this one. Like, I would like to have it on my purse, but I also don't want it to be damaged. Oh, I forgot to tell you prices. They were a little cheaper than I was expecting. So this guy was $10.95 and this one was $10.95. I was expecting $14.95 on the pocket backs and like $30 on most of these. This one was $19.95, and it is supposed to light up, I believe. Is that what it says? Yes, it's a light up. This next one was also $19.95, and it has the little birds on it. There are little indentations where their eyes are, but it was very pretty. And this one also is a light up. Then we move on to Aurora. This is probably my least favorite of the candle holders and everything. I don't know, I didn't love it as much. And so this one was also $19.95, and it also lights up. I feel like these were reasonably priced compared to some of the other stuff that they have been putting out lately. And then the princess holder, this is a crown. This one feels very sturdy. It is all metal, which I really like, and it was also $10.95. I'm worried that the jewels might fall off because I have that a lot with my Betsy Johnson jewelry, so I wouldn't put it past it on that. But then we come to Rapunzel, my favorite of this release. Like I said, this one is $14.95. So this one was more, it's supposed to light up, I think, somehow. There it is, it's on the top. Ooh, that is very cool. And then there's little Pascal on there. I didn't show you this one has Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather, the little fairies on it. And then I got the wallflower. This is so beautiful. The flower from the tail. This one was $22.95, so this was the most expensive of all of the wallflowers. And I love that the top mimics her crown as well. So I was very happy with all of the wallflowers and pocket bag holders, and then I was able to grab all of them. There was plenty of them, and nobody was like dumping them in their baskets, which was good. There was a little boy that was kind of playing with the Mulan candle holders, and the one had a candle on it, and I said, oh, be careful, you don't want the candle to fall on your head. And I moved it over because he was shorter than the candle on the candle holder, and I didn't want it to and then his mom's like, get over here. I didn't want to get him in trouble, but I also was like, if he breaks that candle or it falls on him, that's really going to hurt the poor kid. I did pick up 2 candles. I picked up 2 of the Life's a Fairy Tale, and it does have the bow lid. This is why I got it, because it has the fancy lid. I did not get last year's because I was expecting it to show up in store, and it didn't. It just sold out, and I wasn't going to put in an order for just that candle. This is Charming Berries Floral Fairy Tale Kingdom Woods. Find beauty everywhere. I love all of the little things on it. You know, you have Belle and Tiana. You have Aurora's Castle. I'm not sure what I think about the scent, to be honest. I don't think I love it, but I don't dislike it either. I'm planning to burn at least one of these. I did pick up 2 because they were buy one, get one free. And the reason I ended up picking them up in store is because I did order one on the early access, but I didn't realize 2 didn't make it into my cart with everything that was going on. And I tried to contact customer service and was like, hey, there's supposed to be 2. And after wasting my time, like, I explained it all. And then they said, oh yeah, we can totally help you. And then we went through all of the stuff, and they wasted my time and said, oh, we can't do anything about that. Why didn't you tell me that at the beginning? Why did you waste both of our times? Anyway, I did get those, so I'm going to return the candle that I bought at early access because 20% off of $30 is not a good enough deal. These were much cheaper. Let me tell you prices with my 20% off coupon. So most of the wallflowers were $15.96. The Rapunzel one was $18.36. $11.96 for the more expensive pocket back holder. The rest of them were $8.76, and the candles were $11.98. I did get one other thing at the store. I got Rapunzel's tower. This was my number 1 item that I wanted to get. I love the detail. And it's so interesting. They have even like the little cross beams up here. It was so pretty, and it was the one thing I knew I wanted. This one ended up being $10 more than I thought it would probably be. It was $69.95. I thought I saw on Reddit people were saying it was going to be $59. I would love Snow White's candle holder. I would love Mulan's, and if I got those, I would probably get Aurora too. But budget, I was trying to stay under that $250 20% off coupon. That was my big thing with this order, and I just barely did. So this one was $55.96. My total came to $184.40 before tax with an $86 discount. So it came in just under $200. I probably could have thrown on something else, but what I had in my head was that this would all equal without the candles. And then I was like, oh, I'm like $40 less than what I was thinking. So I wish I would have thrown on one of the car fragrance clips, that like the strawberry one, but that's okay. I will try to get that one later. Not necessarily Disney, but we have this. So that was my first in-store purchase. I actually had 4 bags when I left because the candles were by themselves in one, and then my candle holder was by itself. but I only had 2 orders. So bag number 2 for our purposes, this was the separate purchase, and I had my free mini, so I picked up Aurora, and this says graceful, kind, and thoughtful. I picked up that one, and then on my account, I didn't get a coupon book, and I'm really sad. This is like the one coupon book I would want so that I could save it. I might text a couple friends and see if they got it, if they would save me, even if they want to keep the coupons. I just want the pictures because I saved last year's as well. But on my account, I saw that I had another mini item that expires in March. So what I did, because my phone is too old to get the app anymore, I went on to my iPad, I took screenshots of all of my rewards and of that coupon, and then I airdropped them to my phone so that I would have them. I did get the 25% off too, but I'm hoping that there's going to be like a 40% off sale in March, like there has been the past couple years. And I'm planning to pick up some things then, because there's a few things that I would like. I would like to get more candles too, especially with the buy one, get one free. This is probably the best candle deal we've had this year, which is kind of sad when you think about it. Anyway, my second mini that I got is Mulan. My mom also has those coupons, so I probably will put in an online order. I was trying to decide because they're $6.95 today. Also, happy Valentine's Day. I should have said that at the beginning. Anyway, she has one. I might put in an order and get the other things that I haven't picked up in terms of body mists and the minis. We'll see. I'll pick up one more mini anyway with her coupon. That will probably be in my next haul anyway. Me rambling. All right, so full size, I used my rewards on. I had 7 rewards. When I first logged in, it says I had 8 rewards, and I kept trying to use the one that was expiring on the 12th, and then it kept saying it had already been used. Why is it still in my account? It's very confusing, and it makes it very confusing to realize which ones you used and which ones you haven't used when they don't clear out of your account. And I think I might have used that when I got a couple other things. I don't remember. Anyway, it is what it is. So I picked up Snow White. The notes on this are, this is cheerful, generous, and resilient. Our fragrance notes are mystic red apple, ripened fruits, and enchanted woods. The kindest paths lead to love. I sprayed all of these on cards in the store, and I wasn't super impressed with any of them. I don't think any of them are ones that I really want to wear. So this one probably is my favorite. I definitely get the apple. It's kind of fruity. I haven't worn this at all. The packaging is so darling. Oh, I love it. I mostly wanted these for the Disney collection and display because they're so beautiful. Then I picked up Mulan. This is determined, loyal, and clever. Fragrance notes are magnolia blossom, fierce waters, and radiant apricot. Find the courage to speak your mind. I was looking most forward to this one because of the apricot note, but this one I was not impressed with. It smells, I don't get any of the notes really. It smells almost a little woody to me, like a sweet woody. I don't know. Maybe on my skin I will feel different, but there's that one. And then the first one I knew I wanted to get in a full size was Rapunzel because, like I said, she's my favorite and I wanted the collection. I didn't go for any of the Diamonds Shimmer Mist because I know I'll never use those, and I liked this packaging better. I thought they were prettier. So this is creative, spirited, positive. We already talked about that. Glowing sun drop flower, rich nectar, golden musk. Courage opens every door. This one kind of smells like hairspray to me. And that sounds terrible, but it smells like a hairspray I had at one point in time. And then it gets a little ambery, I guess. No, not ambery. It gives me that air note that some of the fragrances have, like Pastel Skies. There's like an airiness, and you know what I'm talking about. and I don't like that type of a note. So this one actually is kind of disappointing. I don't think I'm going to like it on my skin at all. But that's not all. I still had rewards, so I picked up all of the coin purses. Like I said, I had 7 rewards. These were what else I was most hoping for. Last time I missed Ariel's coin purse, so if anybody has it and they want to sell it for a decent price, let me know. And also Moana's pocket bag holder. Those are the 2 things that I had on my list, and I did not end up getting them, and it makes me very sad. So this one actually has Rapunzel on the little zipper pull, and it says the same saying on the back. I don't remember them doing this last year, and mine are in a drawer right at the moment, and I didn't get them out before this. But I don't much, that was a noisy car. I don't much like the sayings on the back. I feel like it kind of cheapens them a little bit. It's kind of cheesy. And then we have the silhouette of Mulan, and it has Mushu on it, the dragon, and love that. This one I think is my favorite though, because it's the Bluebird, and it's so darling. And once again, it has Snow White, and it says the kindest paths lead to love. And then our final one is Aurora, and this says dreams wait beyond the gates, and there she is there, and it's cute. I don't feel like they're quite as, this one feels much smaller than the ones that they did last year, which is kind of interesting. It also feels like it holds less than the other ones. So for my second order, when I used my mom's coupons, I put it all under her account, but so she got all the credit for it. But then the second one I put under my account because it was all my rewards. It started out at $144.55, and my total ended up being 0. So I felt pretty good. I was like, yes, saved a lot of money with that, and tried to do it the smartest way I could. Having those coin purses be rewards eligible still was huge. I was so grateful for that. I hope they don't change that. And I'm really glad that the mists were also reward eligible. And we'll see if I decide to get, there's still 4 I don't have because I want to get Belle and Tiana in the new packaging because it's gorgeous. I like it better than last year's. And Life's a Fairy Tale, of course. But if you want to see what else I got, just keep watching because I have 2 more bags of stuff. We'll start with my smaller bag. These are things that I ordered in the week before, and I picked these up at the store on Thursday. First up is the mini sale. I picked up Sweetheart Cherry in the mini because I really wanted one. This was $3. I also picked up 1 hand cream in it. I have been trying not to buy hand creams, but I couldn't resist with Sweetheart Cherry. I'm currently using that. That's my February scent, and I love it so much, and I am so glad that I have backups of it. Maybe too many backups, but yes. And then I picked up 2 car fragrance refills. These were also $3. The hand cream was $2, so I spent $11. These, I hate the way they're packaged because they say like you can pull them down, but they have them wrapped around. Don't have them wrapped around because how do you get the thing off of it to hang it up? And the Strawberry Snowflakes one I found was really, really strong, almost too strong. I had to like put the plastic back up over it. So if you have an idea of how to get the elastic off while keeping the package closed so that it's just a little bit at a time, let me know, because the Strawberry Snowflake was too strong for me. Then I did the bundle deal for $19.95, which was a mist, a lotion, and a candle. I ended up with Salted Shorelines, a backup. This wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to try the Eau de Coconut, but none of my stores have it. All of them are sold out, and I don't know what's up with that. Or they're not restocking it. Is there something wrong? Like, is anybody else finding that weird? Anyway, the notes on this are dewy bergamot, warm sage, and salted driftwood. I don't know. I can use this because I think this will be a good nighttime spray. That's why I got it, because I like Joe Malone's wood sage and sea salt as a bedtime spray. But if I find Eau de Coconut, I might exchange it. I wonder if they'd let me exchange it for one of the Disney. that's another option as well. Then the reason I put in this bundle is I wanted Sweetheart Cherry soap. Last year I didn't get any, and it was really hard to find. I went to my store. There's one in my town, one like in the town I work, and one in between. And I went to the one in between because it's kind of has the most, it's like the biggest store, I guess is the best way to say it. They didn't have most of the stuff that I wanted. I was planning to get 3 or 4 sets of this, and they only had stuff for one of those sets. It was kind of sad. So then I put in BOPIS orders for the other 2 stores because one had one thing, one had the other. I wanted the chocolate covered berries, but none of them had it available for BOPIS. And they did have a couple of them in store on Thursday when I went in, but I wasn't going to pay $14.95. Long-winded. Anyway, Sweetheart Cherry, I finally got one. I wish I had more of this. This is wild cherry, crushed pistachio, and whipped vanilla. I'm going to save it for next year at this point because it is already Valentine's Day, and I'm currently using my Forever Sweet from last year, and I'm so happy I at least have that one. Next up is the candle. I got Strawberry Peach Sunset. This is one that as soon as I smelled it, I was in love. I love the hand soap in this as well. This is peach nectar, fresh strawberries, and vanilla sweet cream. Oh, smells so good. That's what it looks like. Those are very long wicks. Better than short wicks though. So yes, it's very good. I wanted to get the peach nectar or whatever. That was originally one, and then I decided this one I like better. It's more fragrant. It's a little more tart. It kind of reminds me of Snowy Peach Berry. It's definitely not quite as strong, but it is akin to Snowy Peach Berry now that I'm thinking about it. No wonder I love it. Finishing off, so basically the bundles, my candles came out to $9.79, the soaps were $3.12, and the mist were $7.04. That's how they calculated on the one receipt. Let's see. This is, I did the BOPIS because I wanted a Sweetheart Cherry candle. The store I went to did not have any in stock, and I only had time to go to one store that day. So this is wild cherry, crushed pistachio, and whipped vanilla. Oh, so good. I am currently burning last year's. That is my candle, one of my candles currently. I wish, oh, I guess the lid, it's a little smudgy, but I think I can wipe that off. So very happy about that. Then I did Love Unleashed. This was one of the ones I was planning to get. Although this one has a chip in it and it's all smudgy. I thought about asking you to exchange it, but then I ordered a white peach and papaya soap. I smelled all of the soaps that I was interested in, and I was thinking about getting this one, but it was hard to decide what to get. This is soft white peach, bright orange, and rich papaya. It smells really good. I love a fruity hand soap. Then my final one, the one that I purchased in store, I got raspberry tangerine soap. This is one, I'm lucky if I get 1, maybe 2 a year because it always seems to sell out before the good sales start. Wild raspberries, fresh tangerine, and lemon zest. I have one from last year. Now I have one more. Then we have Sweetheart Cherry and the Mist. This was another one that I knew I wanted to get. I already read the notes multiple times. So yes, got that one because I wanted one from this year. My Sweetheart Cherry, the original one. Yes, I realize this is like the 3rd iteration, but I have a huge dent in it, and it might be something that I can finish this year. We shall see because I've used it so much. And then the candle I got is Blueberry Bellini. This is one of the candles I had originally tried to exchange for with my damaged candle that I got from Candle Day. I talked about when I got it, my wick, one of the wicks was completely like gone into the candle, and all 3 of my peppermint marshmallow candles were not sitting flat, but at least the other 2, I have some of the wicks on all 3 of them and not just a missing wick. So that's one I exchanged. And then I wanted to exchange, and then I had vanilla buttermint, which smelled like burning plastic to me. So I did, those were the 2 I wanted to exchange, and they were $26.95. It's hard to find $26.95 candles at the moment. Wild blueberry, bright citrus, and sparkling prosecco is the notes. I love this as a soap. It is one of my favorite hand soaps. There's so many hand soaps I love. So I was so excited when they brought it out in a candle. I've been waiting and waiting for a sale, but $15.95 is not a good sale, especially when they're $24, $22.95. So you lower them, but you make the sale price more expensive. Crazy. And then the other sale, $14.95, was not good enough, and I was saving those 20% off for my Disney. Then I used one of my mom's rewards that was expiring for a Sweetheart cherry candle, because she was like, she's not in a place to want to care about any of this. Wild cherry, crushed pistachio, and whipped vanilla. I mostly wanted it because the lid is so cute. I don't really love the single wicks. They don't burn very well for me. I usually end up wrapping them in tin foil so that they burn down evenly, because usually I get like one side that's not, but that lid, oh, definitely a keeper for future candles. With that I got during the hand sanitizer spray sale, and these were all $1, which is the best deal that I've ever seen them at. They were $1 over the holidays, and I didn't realize it, and I kicked myself. You know, it's still my mom and all of her things, taking care of her and stuff. So I was so excited when they brought them back for $1. I picked up Spring Apple, one of my favorite scents. I am hoping they bring back that candle, because I think I only have one or two of it, and I would like to burn one this year, but I don't want to like burn my only one. So bring it back. I hope it brings back. Guava Glow. I ended up getting 2 of these because I thought that would be a scent that I really liked. I like these to take to my classrooms, and I spray down the keyboards and the mouse, sometimes before I teach, sometimes after, depending on what's going on. Blush Petals. I was not super crazy about this one, actually, but I'm still going to use it. I was on the fence whether I was going to like it or not, but it was a BOPUS order, so it's hard. Strawberry Bite, not my favorite. I didn't like it quite as much as I thought it was going to, but I did get 2. So my order total was like $7.63 for this. And then Vanilla Whip, I got one of those. This one does smell nice. You know, if it sticks around and I run out of those, I might get another one, but I don't go through them super fast. I could go through them more quickly if I wanted to. I also like to use them on my desk, like as a cleaning, you know, to get out one of my mini napkins, because I save napkins when you get fast food. They always give you way too many napkins. So I have a whole like bag of them, and I spray down my desk and clean it with those. Then I picked up 2 room sprays. This was also the store that I'm not crazy about right at the moment, but they were the only ones that had raspberry and whipped vanilla, and that was a scent that I wanted to try. Have I ever gone through a room spray? No. And why does one feel so much heavier than the other one? That's crazy. Then I also got Strawberry Peach Sunset because we already established that I really like that. So 2 other scents that I really like, and those were $3.50. That's it for my haul. Like I said, there will be another Disney haul, all the things that I ordered that are being shipped to me. I didn't go crazy. I didn't order any of the expensive things. I'm hoping to find the bag eventually. Last year, I ended up finding the bag for 50% off during SAS. So fingers crossed that can happen again. Although I will, like last year, we were going on a road trip during SAS, which helped, and that's not happening this year. But yeah, hopefully I will be able to find it on sale. The music box was pretty, but $100? No. And the castle, no, that was way too much. But if I could find any of the other candle holders, I would love those. You know, if they do a sale, you know, another paycheck where I'm not, this kind of wiped out my fun budget for this paycheck. So anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know what you got as well. What was your favorite item from the collection? Let me know. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.